nationality? You're an Israelite.
I was born on the 333rd day of the year. I come from the mountains of Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Where did the Puerto Ricans come from before they landed in Puerto Rico? On an island.
It's sad to say I can't even answer that.
Exactly. I'm showing you right now. You know where you came from? Jerusalem.
Yes.
Yeah. The Jews.
I
You're the
knew it.
Israelites.
I knew that's where I came from.
That's in the Bible. I can prove that out of the Bible. Hey sis, before you go. Hey, my brother, how you doing, man? I see you listening over there. And I noticed you've been listening for a while, and you got emotional, right? Why? That's showing godly sorrow.
That's right.
These are things that's supposed to be taught in the church to children. Why are we now just learning in our 20s, 30s, and up that women are not supposed to wear pants?
Right.
Why are we just learning that we're not supposed to eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster? Why weren't we taught these things as children?
Right.
Watch this. Give me 2 Corinthians 11. Did you have something else? No. 2 Corinthians 11.
My man.
I want to show you this.
How's it going?
All right. Hey, stay listen for a minute. Stay listen for a minute.
I can't, about to be at work.
All right.
Bring it up.
11 to 4.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus.
So now, this was a prophecy. It's saying that somebody's going to come and teach another Jesus. Read.
Whom we have not preached.
Who the apostles did not preach. Paul didn't preach about this Jesus. Peter didn't preach about this Jesus. James didn't preach about this Jesus. Read.
Or if he received another spirit.
Now watch that. With this new Jesus comes another spirit.
Right.
Look at this sign real quick. See this man right here? Who is that? Say it again for my listen.
Jesus.
Say that one time.
Jesus.
Who is that? Who is this right here?
That ain't no Jesus, man. It ain't Jesus to me.
Why? Okay, she said it's Jesus. Why you say it's not Jesus to you?
It's a white man.
So, it's a white man, so what does that mean?
Jesus is spirit.
Jesus can't be a white man?
My perception of them, I think they're bad people, so...
Okay, so you don't think, do you believe in Jesus? What color do you think he was?
Which one is Jesus?
Do you have proof that he was black? Okay,
That's what Jesus.
all right, you know what? That's good. I'm going to give you some proof. I'm going to give you some proof. Watch.
Of his color?
Yes, sir. Watch this.
He said the blonde one is Jesus too.
Oh, you said this?
This one right here. Yeah, the blonde one.
You said that's Jesus? Okay, so now, he said it's not Jesus.
Wake him up.
You two said it's Jesus. Where did you learn that this was Jesus?
What up?
I know you never saw him, so I'm saying, where did you learn?
From him.
Yeah.
When I pray, I don't see no man's, no face.
But if you saw it, like say you walk in a store and you see this picture, you're going to think that that's Jesus, right? Why do you think that's Jesus? Where did you get it from?
Well, I work like that, man.
You saw it everywhere, right? What about you, bro? Young brother.
Churches.
You just say, where did you learn it?
Different churches.
In church, right? So, same with me. When I was young going to church, this was the image that I saw in the church. Everybody in the church looked like me, looked like us, our color. But this was on the wall.
Wake him up.
You see what I'm saying? Isn't that crazy? Everybody in the church looked like us, but this was on the wall. So I grew up thinking Jesus has to be white because that's what I see everywhere. But let's see what the Bible says. Finish this real quick, where you were at. And why it's important, why I would even bring up his color. Why does it even matter? Watch this, read.
Or ye receive another
Read it
spirit.
from the top.
Verse 4. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus.
So somebody comes preaching another Jesus,
whom we have not preached.
who the apostles did not preach,
Or if he receive another spirit.
or if you receive another spirit. I'm going to show you his color, and then I'm going to show you what he means by another spirit. Because believe it or not, with a false Jesus comes false teaching.
That's right.
Comes a false doctrine. Read.
Which ye have not received. Or another gospel. Which ye have not accepted. Ye might well bear with him.
So now the apostles told us, like, listen, if somebody comes preach another Jesus, you guys are supposed to contend with that. Don't let it slide, because he's going to lead people astray.
Right.
So now let's see what Jesus looked like according to the Bible. Bible. Revelation chapter 1, verse 1.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1.
The word revelation, right? The root word of revelation is reveal.
Right.
This is the revealing of Jesus Christ to his friend John the Revelator when he was on the Isle of Patmos. John the Revelator, after Christ was crucified and resurrected, John the Revelator saw him. And this is what he wrote. Read.
The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
Now jump to the point.
Verse 14. His head.
So now, he turned and looked at the voice that was speaking to him. When you read verse 1, he heard a voice speaking behind him, and he turned to look at the voice that spoke with him. Get that verse. What is that, 10?
Yes, verse 10. Verse 10. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day.
On the Sabbath day, which is today, Saturday, read.
And heard behind me a great voice as a trumpet, saying, I am Alpha and Omega.
Alpha and Omega. Who is that? It's Christ. Read.
The first and the last. And what thou seest, write in a book.
So don't let anybody tell you that this doesn't matter, because Christ himself told John, what you see, write it in a book.
That's right.
Read.
Write in a book and send it unto the 7 churches which are in Asia, in Ephesus, in Smyrna, and unto Pergamos, unto Thyatira, unto Sardis, unto Philadelphia, and unto Laodicea.
So these were the 7 churches that were set up at that time when the apostles were teaching. Read.
And I turned to see the voice that spake with me.
So now he turned around to see the voice that spake to him. Read.
And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks.
That's a menorah. 7 golden candlesticks. Read.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks,
In the midst of the 7 candlesticks,
one like the Son of Man.
he said one that looks like Jesus Christ. Remember we read earlier in Matthew, it said they called him the Son of Man. He said, I saw somebody that looked like Jesus Christ. He knew him. Read.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
So he had a garment like this down to the foot. Read.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
And he had a belt on a golden belt. Read.
His head,
the hair on his head,
and his ears,
and the hair on his face, his beard, were white in color,
like wool,
and woolly in texture. Now, let's just play a game of elimination. Does this man have white woolly hair? Is his hair woolly? No, straight hair. Is it white in color? Is this white woolly hair? Do like this for me, real quick, my brother. What does that feel like? Whoa, that's my sister right there. Do like this real quick. What does that feel like? Wool.
Right.
Wool. Who has woolly hair? So-called Negroes, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans have woolly hair. Do like this, bro. What is that? Wool.
Right.
Read.
As white as snow.
His hair was fully white. Read.
And his eyes.
Now the eyes, the whites of his eyes
were as a flame of fire.
Were red. What was Christ's first miracle? He turned water into what? Who knows? Come on, you guys know this.
Wine?
Sunday school. What?
Wine.
He turned water into wine. What was his favorite drink? Wine. He wasn't an alcoholic, but when you drink wine, what happens to the whites of your eyes? They turn red. So it says that his eyes were what?
As a flame of fire.
Now, did this man have red eyes? No. The whites of his eyes are white, and his pupils are blue.
Right.
He didn't. Nowhere in the scripture do I read about Christ having blue eyes.
Right.
Read.
And his feet.
Now his feet. Nobody got sandals on out here, right? His feet. Read.
Like unto fine brass.
Wait a minute. Or the top of your feet, is it the same color as the rest of your body? You said no? So your feet are a different color from the rest of your body?
Oh, no.
It's the same color, right? You don't have white feet and then, you know what I mean? It's the same color.
Bring it out.
So now he said his feet was what?
As fine brass.
What color is brass? It's brown. Brass is brown, like a penny. Brass is brown. Read.
As if they burn.
So like the menorah was made out of brass. You see? This is the color of brass. furnace, what color does it turn? But take paper and put it in the furnace, what color? If I take black.
That's right.
Black. So the Bible's telling you Christ was what complexion? A dark-skinned, black, so-called black man. He was dark-skinned, black. Read it one more time.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace.
As if you burn that brass in a furnace. Does this man look like he was burned in a furnace? Does he even look like fine brass? No. No, because you know who he is? His name is not Jesus Christ. His name is Caesar Borgian.
That's right.
That's the real man right there. He's the son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome. This is world history. You can look it up. It's in encyclopedias. You can Google it.
Right.
His father, the Pope, hired Leonardo da Vinci to paint his son as Christ during the Renaissance. Now this image is in every church.
Bring it up.
He's a real man. It's not Jesus Christ.
Right.
This was done in the 1500s. We're talking over 15 years after Christ was already crucified.
Right.
They start painting him as Christ.
Right.
Look at ancient images. These are original images they found with Mary and Jesus. Look what color they are. Then when they finish with it, look what color it is. If you watch the news, what happened in Russia? Putin just opened the boats not long ago, and he said it was a bunch of black images of Christ, of Noah, of Adam, of King David, of King Solomon. So they said, how did you have all these old images? They said, we've been had those. They know in Europe that the Jews are black. We just don't know over here that the Jews are black. But we are the Jews.
Right.
So we, as a people, don't even know who we are. Watch this. Isaiah 1 and, hold that, Isaiah 1 and 3. Isaiah 1 and 3. Because it's a prophecy. Watch what God said about his people. Because why is it important to know what color Christ is? Christ is a black man. We just read, right? We all agree? That's what the Bible said, right? So if Christ is black, he was an Israelite. He was a Jew. He was an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. What color are his people? They're black.
That's right.
So who are those people running around Brooklyn with the black suits on and the curls? If Jesus is black and he's a Jew, who are these Caucasian people saying that they're the Jews? Does that make sense?
No.
Can I run around today and say I'm Chinese? I'm related to I'm Bruce Lee's descendant? You wouldn't even believe me because you know what Chinese people like.
That's right.
Look like. Watch this.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
So God said the ox, a dumb, stubborn animal, knows his owner. Read.
And the ass his master's crib.
And the donkey knows where he comes from. Read. But Israel, God's chosen people,
doth not know.
Said God said they don't know who they are. Read.
My people doth not consider.
God said his people don't even consider. Watch this. What's your nationality? Black. What's your nationality?
Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. What's your nationality? Black. What's your nationality? Black. Who said Colombian? Colombian. What else? What's your nationality? What's your nationality? You see, I'm getting all different answers, but we're the same people.
That's right.
We're the only people like that where I asked 10 different people their nationality. I'm going to get black, African American, Negro, colored. Our nationality changes every 10 years.
Right.
African American didn't exist before 1985 with Jesse Jackson. So how are you older? What year were you born? So you're the same age as your nationality? That makes sense? It doesn't make sense. Jesse Jackson coined the phrase African American in 1985. Now on the job application we have to fill in African American. But I'm the same age as my nationality. That's insanity.
Right.
That's the people who don't know who they are. Puerto Rican, rich port. Are you a port of riches? Are you a port of riches? That's what the word means. That's what the Spaniards called it when they landed there. They called it a port of riches.
Bring it out.
Is that who you are? Bring it out. No, because you were a people before the Spaniards landed in Puerto Rico and named it and robbed and raped you guys. By the way. So who are you really? You're an Israelite from the tribe of Deacon.
Right.
You are an Israelite. Where's your father from?
Let me call him.
America, you are an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
The same tribe that Christ came from.
Right.
That's your
Yes.
nationality. You're an Israelite
I
from
was
the tribe
born
of
on the
Ephraim.
333rd day of the year. I come from the mountains of Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Where did the Puerto Ricans come from before they landed in Puerto Rico? On an island.
It's sad to say I can't even answer that.
Exactly. I'm showing you right now. You know where you came from? Jerusalem.
Yes.
You are the Jews.
I
You're
knew
the Israelites.
it. I knew that's where I came from.
And that's in the Bible. I can prove that out of the Bible. That the so-called Hispanics came from Jerusalem. It's always been in the Bible.
I knew I was
The
black.
blacks,
I
our
feel-
history
I
has
feel the
always been in the
spirits.
Bible. Why do you think during slavery they didn't allow us to read?
Bro, for real.
Why didn't they allow us to
Doing
read?
some beautiful work
What
right
were we
here,
going to
man.
read?
The Lord bless
Shakespeare?
y'all forever.
What else were we going to read? The Bible. Nat Turner, what did he read? The Bible. And then he had one of the greatest slave rebellions in this country. Gabriel Prosser, what did he read? The Bible. And started another slave rebellion. So they know that there's something in the Bible that they don't want us to see. That's why they didn't allow us to read it. And then after that in the 1800s, you know what they came out with? The Negro Bible. And they have a whole bunch of scriptures that's not in there. They took a bunch of scriptures out they didn't want us to read. Watch this. So now, Jeremiah 14:2. I said that the Jews are black, right? But did I read that out of the Bible? So let me prove it out of the Bible. Jeremiah 14:2.
There's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
So Judah, the Jews, Judah is in mourning, and the gates mean their leadership has fallen. Read.
And the gates thereof languish. They are black.
Wait, the Jews are what?
They are black.
What are they?
Black.
Bring it on. What did the Bible just say? The Bible just said they're black. Read it again.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground.
Unto the ground, meaning what? The dirt. The deeper you go, the darker the soil, right?
That's right.
He said they are black unto the ground. Oh, wait, is this the Bible that you're reading?
Yes, sir. I am black, but comely. All ye daughters of Jerusalem. As the tents of Kedar.
As the tents of Kedar, K-E-D-A-R, meaning dark skin.
Right.
So Solomon just said himself he's black.
Right.
Go to Genesis 2 and 7.
Bring it out.
Because, wait a minute, if Christ is black, King Solomon is black, the Jews are black, I want to know about the first man.
The land.
I want to know.
All the land.
Huh?
All the land.
Read that.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
So God created Adam from what?
The dust of the ground.
What is that? What is the dust of the ground?
The devil.
Huh?
The devil.
What's another word for the dust of the ground? What dust do you find on the ground?
Dirt.
Dirt. Right, dirt. What color is dirt?
Black,
Black. Brown.
brown.
Brown. The deeper you go, the darker it gets.
Yep.
Fertile soil is dark.
That's right.
So it says God created man, Adam, from what?
The dust of the ground.
Dirt.
Dirt.
So then what color was Adam? You think that he took the brown dirt and created a Caucasian man?
Black.
Does that even make sense?
Black.
So he took the brown dirt and took away all the color and created a whole man. Adam was your complexion. He was a so-called black man.
That's right.
Take your hand, put it down to the ground near the dirt, and see it's the same color.
Bring it out.
Adam was a black man.
Right.
The first man that God created was a black man.
Right.
Think about it. Are we not the majority on earth? On earth, not in America, I'm talking about on earth. Most people are people of color. Majority of people on earth are people of color. So it only makes sense. Now give me Moses. Give me Moses. You got me? See, I started from the end, now we went back to the beginning to show that everybody's black. I can show you where the first white man came from. And they're not Israelites, they're not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans. Read that.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 19. And they said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds.
So now, Moses, when he first met his wife thought that he was an Egyptian. What color are Egyptians? Egypt is in Africa.
That's
I'm talking about the original Egyptians, the real ones. I'm not talking about the Arabs that are over there now.
Bring it up.
Because they'll tell you they're Egyptian, but you can't be an Arab and Egyptian at the same time. Arab means that you come from Arabia. Arabia is not Egypt. That's a separate country.
Teach.
You see what I'm saying? So they're not Egyptians, they're Arabians that live in Egypt.
Right.
The original Egyptians were black, were dark-skinned people.
That's right.
They were Hamitic or Kemetic people. Now, we know that the Jews are black, right? Do you know, now I'm gonna ask you again, what's your nationality? Still say you're black. Black is a color. This is black. I've never seen a man that color. Even Christ wasn't that black. What's your nationality? You still Puerto Rican?
No,
What are you then?
I don't know.
Okay, so she said, I'm not Puerto Rican, but I don't know. Good.
No, I know what you're saying, because I understand what you're saying, but I forgot.
Okay. You're an Israelite from the tribe of Ephraim.
That's right.
You're a Jew. You're a Jew. You are an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. You are a Jew. So when you see these Jewish, Caucasian people walking around, you can let them know they're not Jewish.
Right.
They wish they were Jews.
Right.
We are the Jews. They're pretending to be us. We are God's chosen people. You know the people that Moses took out of Egypt and parted the Red Sea? That was us. That was our ancestors. That was us. That was not them. They made the whole thing up. That's why they have to push this on the earth.
Right.
So we wouldn't even pick up on it. We just read in Isaiah, God said his people don't even know who they are.
Right.
They said they know who they are. You didn't know that you were a Jew before you came up here now, did you? Exactly. You fit the prophecy. You didn't know. God's people don't know who they are. Look at all these blacks and Hispanics here in the Bronx. Do they know their nationality? They're going to tell me they're Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cuban. I'm Nigerian. I'm Jamaican. I'm Haitian. Those are not nationalities. Those are titles. It doesn't even make sense. Jamaica means land of wood and water. That's not a nationality.
Bring it out.
Puerto Rico means port of riches. That's not a nationality.
That's right.
Dominican means dog of the Lord. That's not a nationality. That's a title. Those are titles that the so-called Caucasian man put on us, put on our lands when they came and conquered us. We don't even come from those places. We migrated over there. Those are islands. We're from Jerusalem. That is our homeland.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation